So hello everyone, and welcome to SUL's Winter Wonderland with SUL webinar. So we see here that more and more participants are getting ready, and we will start shortly in 10 to 15 seconds. While we're getting ready, I would like to inform everyone that I've got sick and I've got cold, and so I'll might excuse myself for 10 or 15 seconds regularly during our presentation. So I think we have already the participants here, and we can start. We will start with the regular thing. We will start with the agenda. So once again, welcome everyone to SUL Winter in the Bubble. Today's content is that we will be talking about what is the bubble and where the bubble will be organized. How does the isolation zone work? Insurance, motivation system, the Winter Wonderland programs, which kind of programs we're going to be running this year. And for the ones who want to ask me questions, you can always write in the chat screen, but you can always do this in the Q&A section. So here you can see the questions. If you want just to say hello or hi, do this while I'm doing the presentation. I will be answering the question at the end of my presentation. And I will be answering at the end, as I've informed, at the end of my presentation. We have already, we have here around 15, we have only 27 participants. So let's start the presentation. So first of all, the presentation will take around 45 minutes, and we will be doing it step by step. I will be explaining first of all of how technically we organize everything. I will be telling you how did we organize the whole bubble this year, as well as what kind of insurance the students will get, motivation system which we organize in our summer camps and winter camps and every single program, and as well as the programs which we will run during the winter camp. So let's start. We will begin with a short introduction. The ones who don't know us, the SUL Education has been established in 1976. And we are accredited by the BAC, British Accreditation Council. Due to the COVID situation, as we know that all the members of ABLS, we were the members of ABLS before they moved to the British Accreditation Council. We are also proud to support Education is Great, so Department of International Trade. We're members of United Nations Caring for Climate Initiative, so all the programs we run, all the syllabus includes the sustainable development questions for students, including environment, recycling, etc., etc. We do have a partnership with the Lego Education. We work with Queen's College in Taunton, Abbey College in Malvern, Robotics Academy, Ubisoft, and some other partners. As the company, you might know that 2 years, so in 2021, 2020, we've been shortlisted for Student Travel Star Awards. We were a finalist. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but we are pretty sure we have all the possibilities to do this in the nearest future. And let's start the proper presentation. So what is the bubble? The bubble, let's start with the main thing. It's our investment is the investment of SUL Education, and it's the location where we isolate students and teachers. This is the place where we, for the safety reasons, we want to place all together, all people, in order for them not to be quarantined in the rooms and to be free and to be able to walk outside, etc. So how does it work? How does it work? So first of all, I will explain you what did we do this year and how are we going to be organizing everything this winter. So first of all, our main isolation zone and our main bubble has been organized this summer in Malvern, UK, where we successfully accepted more than 147 students from 12 countries. this year. We were able to do the whole isolation zone, the whole bubble. The students were able to communicate, to do lessons, to do social activities without even quarantine. And so what we do, let's pretend that we take the center and we put it in the bubble. That means that all the students who arrive to our school, they are able to walk in the school, in the premises of the school, or even around in the locations where we are able to do uh, small activities for them outside of the premises, because the school has a huge area, and the students are able to participate not only in the activities but in the small excursions as well. So before the arrival, how does it work? Before the arrival, 2 days before departure to England, as it's happening now, as it happened during the summer, the students and the group leaders, if you do the group with a group, not individuals, have to take a test before arrival to the UK. Of course, if students are fully vaccinated, they will be able to show, let's say, the EU pass or any passport which is active at that time of their arrival. At the time, most of our junior students, they were not vaccinated during the summer, or the vaccines were not confirmed by the UK government. So generally speaking, most of them, they had to do a test before the arrival. For more information, you can go to the www.gov.uk/coronavirus. You'll be able to get a little bit more information about each country there. So on arrival, when you arrive to our school, the first what we do, we take a free COVID-19 test at SUL Summer Center. Here is not summer, but the winter center. And if we have the result negative, then we place students straight away to their rooms without any individual isolation. In case we have a positive result, student has the individual isolation in the isolation house, and I will be able to explain about it a little bit more. Fully vaccinated people. Yes. So the questions I will be answering the questions after my presentation, but I would like to answer Juliana. Hi, Juliana. At the moment, for the fully vaccinated people, for fully vaccinated students or group leaders, there is no test before the arrival. And but the situation might change. No one really know how it's going to look like. So at the moment, it is like it is. So no test at the moment. Okay, so let's go further. What happens when the students arrive? This is actually how we did the test this year. One of our employees, so we had two of the medical staffs in the school, and we were able to, really sorry, and we were able to check the students every second day, and so they would be fine, so we would not have the coronavirus, etc. So on arrival, when they arrive, in case of the positive result, and this is of course the unfortunate event, what would happen? First of all, the student, individual, or a group, depending on how did they arrive and where they were, or together or not, they are all isolated into their isolation house. But, and this is the important part, we still run lessons for them, not online lessons. We do run regular lessons. So we do have teachers who are doing lessons for the students with COVID. We do organize the activities. The activities, of course, not together with all the students who don't have COVID. It's usually organized during the different time, and we organize everything for them. And there are personal activities, private tutoring, etc., etc. So I need to excuse myself. And the ones who didn't hear me, I've already informed that I've got cold. I almost canceled the webinar, but let us try to get through this. So we're really sorry that I will have to stop several times. So let's go further. The next one, when they arrive, if the results are negative, there is a regular room placement and no individual isolation for students. And this is what important to understand, that we still don't know what's going to happen during the winter. We still don't know what's going to happen during the next summer. So the whole system which we've organized is based on I think, the highest measures, the highest safety measures which we have organized already this summer. So in case the student is fully vaccinated, then in this case, we have no problems at all. In case the student is not fully vaccinated, the student is still able to get outside of the premises, not the premises, not outside of the area, but outside of, let's say, of their boarding house or the classroom, and do the social activities and do some of the stuff there as well. So no individual isolation for the ones who are not fully vaccinated. This is how it happened this summer. We had the ones who knows, we had a really nice summer. We were able to accommodate 147 students during the 4 weeks this year. It was one of the biggest summer camps, and we run it successfully without the COVID results, without the positive results for COVID. We were able to even to do the non-isolation for the pinged students, the ones who were pinged, who flew together with the COVID, with the COVID people on the plane, etc., etc. So generally speaking, the same practice what we did this summer, we will be doing this winter, and hopefully it's not going to be next year. But if everything similar to this year, we are able to organize everything during the next summer as well, in at least 4 centers. So when the students are on campus, if the negative results, we organize the group activities, we organize regular classes to everyone, social activities within the quarantine regulations. And once again, it depends on what the regulations at that time. We will have students who will be arriving as fully vaccinated and non-fully vaccinated students. The social program will be the same for everyone. The only difference will be that the fully vaccinated students will be able to go for some excursions earlier and go outside of the campus earlier. The students who are not fully vaccinated, they will be able to get to the Malvern Hills. It will be sort of the excursions for them as well, because they will feel that that they are outside of the premises. But as the school is based on the Malvern Hills, we're able to get them out during the quarantine time as well. So the whole program will be organized for them. We will be doing 3 tests per week. And this is the important part. Even the rules will not tell us that we don't need to organize tests every second day. But our insurance, the insurance which we've organized, and we will talk about it a little bit later during my presentation, we must do 3 tests per week for students, at least 3 tests per week. And for our safety reasons as well. We are checking on a regular basis. It helped us this summer a lot. It doesn't mean that for the fully vaccinated, you will need to purchase the tests, which will cost, it will be the free tests. The one who will need to purchase the test are the ones who are not fully vaccinated. But we will be able to discuss about this later on as well. So testing, and this is the important part here. The test package will cost this year £189. It will include 7 tests per 2 weeks for students. So it will be the first arrival test, second day test, 5th test to release, 8th day test, the departure test, and then in between those days as well, several tests, but we're checking for the safety purposes as well. So the package will cost £189 for the non-vaccinated students. For the fully vaccinated students, there are going to be only 2 tests, and we'll send a separate price for this. So how does it work? So first of all, when you book the course with us, the ones who did, they know that we organize all the documentation. We issue you day 2 and day 8 tests on the passenger locator form. We'll help you with the passenger locator form to organize everything. As the test center, we know exactly how to organize it, everything in much faster way. We help you to organize so you would not need to order anything with a third party, and it's much easier for you. Then you have to take pre-departure fit to fly test. Just one second. Once again, would like to apologize for it. So you have to take the test. Once again, the test has to be taken depending on your local rules, as well as for the non-fully vaccinated students. And when you arrive to the college, to the Abbey College in the UK, the first day before we're placing anyone anywhere, we are doing the test, arrival test. And this is where we're still not mixing the students, because we're starting to mix the students all together only after the first arrival test results are coming. And it usually happens within half an hour of arrival, so the students would not be mixing with the others, so would not need to isolate in case of the positive result. Then we do a test on day 2, which is the legal requirement now for everyone, including the fully vaccinated and non-vaccinated students or group leaders. Then we do the test to release test on day 5. That helps us to get students outside of the campus earlier than by rules on the 10th day. So this is what we do. We do on the test to release test on the day 5 for the non-vaccinated students, for the non-fully vaccinated students. For the ones who are back fully vaccinated within the UK rules, they will not need test to release test on day 5, but we will be doing them another test, which is a free, it's a lateral flow test, in order for us to check if everything's okay, if no one got the positive results, etc. On the day 8, and we do the test on day 8 is the legal requirement for non-fully vaccinated students. And we do several tests before the departures, so we would have at least 3 tests per week. And this is the requirement from our insurer. Then we do the pre-departure fit to fly tests. Once again, depends on which students need it, which ones don't need it. But there is an important part here for the pre-departure fit to fly test. We will strongly recommend for everyone to purchase it. We had the situation this year when one of the nationality would not be able to leave if we would not buy tests for everyone. So generally speaking, even we're the test center, we need to pre-order exact amount of tests before the students arrive or depart. So generally speaking, we will ask everyone, even the fully vaccinated students, to purchase 2 tests, the second day test and their fit to fly pre-departure PCR test, which will help us in the situation which happened this summer, that in case something happens and the national new rules in the country will state that you will need the test, we will ask everyone to do this, and it might happen. If you don't do this, and let's say before your departure, last couple of days, you have the new rules in your country that you need to have the fit to fly test, it's just hard to do this on time in the UK, to order them to come on time, to get the results on time, etc. And then everyone get back and safe home. This is the first day actually on the arrival after the testing, when we started to mix the students together. The first, before the second day test, we require students to wear masks. When we received second day test results, we are allowing students to take the masks off. But from our practice, what I'm going to tell you that this summer, we had more than half of the students who still, for their safety reasons, they wanted to wear masks in the open areas or even the closed area or closed areas. And we organize the whole social activities for them. Of course, it's summer, the winter activities are going to be different depending on the weather, if it's going to be snowing, and sometimes because we're on the hills, the snow is often there, so we will have some snow activities. If it's raining, then we'll have some indoor activities and outdoor depending on the weather. And indoor activities and the facilities are great there, so they can have pool, table tennis, indoor cinema, etc., etc. So these are some photos from this summer. And before departure. So we talked about the PCR fit to fly before departure test, that we will ask all the agents and all the students to do the test before departure. Even the national law will not state this for many reasons. First of all, is for the safety reason, and of course for the safety reason if something happens, within the time while you are staying with us. So before departure, if the results are negative, you are going to the airport without any problems. And in case we have a positive result, this is when the SUL insured insurance comes. So the SUL insured free stay in the isolation house, individual activities will be organized for students and lessons, depending during the time of the isolation for students. So we already showed you that we have the two houses actually which we've allocated for the isolated students with COVID. We have enough teachers and staff to work with the COVID students, the fully vaccinated teachers, younger, the ones who agreed for their extra payment from our side to do this stuff. And we have the insurance with Ensley Insurance. We have several extra things which we have agreed with them. And the main thing, I think, the ones who received emails, you could read more information about the insurance, what happens with the student, how do we organize everything, etc. All right, I'm back. Okay, I'm not going to be reading now and going through the insurance policy. Please read the email I've sent before. You have the download link there with the information, with the details and the policy there. If you'll have more questions, just send me a message and I'll be able to reply and answer you. Okay, and but shortly speaking about the insurance, how everything's COVID. The student stays in Graham House, in one of the two houses there. We organize activities, lessons. If the students need the online study with the school and everything, we organize this part as well. And it's done on the whole activity plan and the whole plan, weekly plan is organized individually, depending on the situation of the student. So we do it free of charge for the student. Of course, we charge the insurer at that time, and we organize the transfers, everything for the student. So the student and parents would not use any extra funds for this. Extra days in case of positive test. Yeah, this is Juliana. This is what I was telling. Your question is the insurance paying for the extra days in case of positive test? Is the cost of the PCR test included in the insurance price? Yes. Yes, it's included in the insurance price and the test included as well. The test package, you have to pay for the test package. Once again, you're paying for the test package, but insurance is included in the course price, in total course price. All right, so that's it when it comes to the technical situation with the COVID. And this is not our favorite topic, but we have to discuss about it. We do work with many health organizations. We went through 22 inspections this summer. So believe me, this question, we are tired of this question as well, but it's important whenever it comes to what would happen if the COVID would happen. So this is, we have to organize everything. All of us hope it's not going to happen. But the most important question, of course, is not only this winter, is the next summer. Everybody thinks the next summer is going to be open, but it's not. Next summer is going to be still with COVID, but maybe not as big as it now. We can see that we release the rules step by step. The national situations are really different as well. But it's important for everyone, for every single center in the UK to get ready in case something happens. Once again, pardon me. Okay, so let's stop now. Let's finish with the COVID situation and let's go further. Let's talk about the courses and how do we organize the courses. I think most of you know how we organize, but for the ones who don't know, before I start presenting which kind of courses we're going to be doing this winter, I will shortly explain you how we organize everything as the motivation system. So we have this game, we call it SUL League. So when the students arrive to every single center of us, we always divide students into the teams. The main thing for us when we divide them into the team, it's just to enhance their academic and their social skills. At the same time, we want to increase their integration. So whenever they're coming and they want to know each other, this is the most important part. They want to be integrated. So what we do, we divide them into the teams. Yes, as simple as in Harry Potter movie. We have 4 houses and all those 4 houses competing to be the best of the week. And believe me, they love it. They love the main idea. They love the main idea to win the cup. Let me skip some of the parts. So we have 4 teams when we divide the students. All the students get their t-shirts, their hats, their backpacks, some marketing material. So we would be able to separate them and to understand who is who and who is in which team. And for the ones who are now sending me the messages, let's do it as I've told before. I will answer to all the questions during the questions time. All right, so let's go further. All they want to do whenever the students are studying, they're going to their lessons, they learn. While they're learning, they're getting the points, or they're losing points if, let's say, 2 of your students are speaking the same language. So if they speak the same language, they are losing points. And all they want to do is to win this cup. And this is the photo from this year, from the Abbey College in Malvern. This is from the previous years when we divide the students into the teams. This is how they look like. And all they want to do is to win this cup. Okay, so let's go now to the location and let's see the location all together. So first of all, the Winter in Wonderland program is going to be organized in the Abbey College in Malvern. So if we see here London, going up to this, let's say south northwest, you will find near Wales. This is where the Malvern is. We will organize 3 programs in the location. The Winter Wonderland with SUL, that's a regular. This is English plus social program. The main difference, what includes in the Winter Wonderland with SUL, is that we will have a New Year celebration and a big New Year celebration with fireworks, with presents. You know, there are different cultures always, and we know that some of the cultures don't have, let's say, Christmas as we do have on the 24th of December. Someone has it after. So we are gonna have many games, a big celebration, and some presents for students during all 3 programs. And the Winter Robotics Camp, so the Robotics Winter Lab, this is our regular program, which I will show now, and One Take Movie. And One Take Movie was the biggest program for us this year. 47% of students participated in One Take Movie this year. And I'll show you several results and how did everything happen this summer. So this is the college. Of course, I don't have the winter photos from the Abbey College in Malvern. I did receive only one. It looked nice, but I don't have it more. But what I'm going to show you now, and this might be interesting, I'll show you the video created by students who were the part of the One Take Movie. So let's watch this short movie all together. Just give me a second, and I'll try to get the movie on screen. And let's enjoy it. So this is a parody. This is the Abbey College advertising created by students. Enjoy.
Abbey College is a small boarding school offering education, mainly to students from countries outside the UK. The current school was founded in 1979 by M.A. Cavere on a site that has been used for education since 1874. Yeah, I know that in that year 2 kids died, but that's not important right now. Anyhow, we have a lot of activities and sports to do. Here we have the reception lobby, where we greet you when you arrive at the college, and it's a beautiful antique space.
You're not allowed in here. Get out. Go on, out.
This is the canteen, where you can have your breakfast, lunch and dinner. It's a spectacular buffet. Well, that wasn't expected. Here at Abbey College, we have plenty of rooms for students. All the students here are responsible. Bro, you think the people are going to believe that the boys clean their rooms? Well, so they always clean their rooms. Come on, remove that. The classrooms, where the students take their lessons. We have a lot of safety measures in place. Everybody is wearing masks and keeping 2 meters distance. Hey you, put on your mask and keep your distance. We have a lot of activities to do, like sports. Everyone communicates with each other in English. Everyone is so respectful towards each other. Cut! Obviously, a lot of cultures mix here, so you can talk to make new friends with people from all over the world. We have some Ukrainians and Spanish having a great conversation.
So guys, blin means like damn, but lighter, in a really light way. And kapец like blin, but heavier a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Music time! You can also develop your creativity, playing some music like they are doing. Let's listen to them. We have students from all over the world. Canada, or is it Denmark? New Zealand, Zimbabwe, South Africa, maybe Sweden? So that's all. Abbey College. Yeah, finally, I'm so tired of lying. Well, bye.
So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, the video. I know that the kids were doing the video. We had 13 movies this summer on one of our programs, and I'll show you one more just in a couple of minutes as well. But you could at least see the school. You could see what kind of things the students are doing. They do enjoy their time in the summer. And we will post this video really soon. We will be able to send you the link as well if you need to show it to someone, to parents. I hope to show the fun things. Sometimes is even nicer than to show the original advertising because it shows the actual truth, how everything looks like without any exaggerations, etc. So let me come back to the presentation. And so this is the first program. The first program which we present this year is the Winter Wonderland. And this is the main program for us. So it's the English plus all the excursions, all the activities. And we really hope the students will enjoy it. And this is the actual art class during the winter. We would like to have some snow. You know, in England, you never know with the weather how it's gonna be. And but every morning we'll be doing the morning exercise. Yeah, I couldn't do the snow here, but the students before breakfast they do the morning exercise, and they will be doing sports in closed facilities or open facilities. We'll see. And the main thing is the New Year celebrations all together. I had these questions today from the partner of ours from Russia, because in Russia the New Year is much bigger than the celebration of Christmas, and they were telling that parents don't want their kids to get away from them during the New Year celebration. But I think that if we put everything in a way, in a nicer way, I am pretty sure that if we explain parents that the students will enjoy more to celebrate with the other 100 students all together the new year, I think it might help us to get and to convince parents in this case that the New Year celebration for their students would be much more interesting than once again, as every year, together with their parents. So the second program which we're going to be running this year is Robotics Winter Lab. So it's completely the same as our summer lab. The students are divided into the teams. Usually we divide them into the pairs, and this is what they do. Every day they do something new, a new robot. Here I think they do a hand or something, which the big hand, but I just can't explain now because I don't see the results yet. But the students are actually producing every single year something new. Let's go to. And the most popular program this summer was One Take Movie. And the One Take Movie was not only, that the students were doing this, just creating the movie, but they were learning how to create through the whole process. Let me show you how the process looked like. So this is the summer 2021. We had 2 days. The students had 10 days, sorry, to create a movie. During the first day, it was the idea day. The students were creating the idea. During the second day, story. So they were writing the story. During the day 3 and 4, the script. During day 5, the cast and the crew. So they had to choose the cast, they had to choose the crew. Day 6, they were choosing the locations. Day 7, the storyboards. They were creating the storyboards, how the movie is going to look like. Day 8 and 9, the filming. And day 10 is the post-production. So 10 working days and the movie is ready. You can see here there are some of the working process of the students, of them having fun. You can't hear, but the girl here is telling that they're gonna get Oscar for their movie. And their movie is pretty good. But after the movies, because the program is, we have the follow-up on the 16th of September, we organized a One Take Movie Festival. And during the festival, we had all those 13 movies, and we organized it on the 16th of September. The main jury, was the David Brown. David Brown is a Hollywood producer. He's known for the movie Jobs. He actually knew Steve Jobs, and he did the movie, which was quite successful financially. And he's discussing about, not only about the movie, not only about the professional skills of the students, but him being the scale psychologist at the same time. He's speaking about the psychology, why students are doing this type of movies, these precise things. And the movie, which I think we all agreed was a little bit different from all the other movies, I will show it to you now. So let me once again share the screen together, and I will show you the movie once again. 3 minutes. The movie was created by the girl from Romania, the girl from Ukraine, and the girl from Romania, the girl from Russia, and the girl from Kazakhstan. The name of the movie is Searching, and let's see how creative our kids are.
Abbey College is a small.
I'm sorry for the mistake. Once again, we have to choose another file. Here we go.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Good morning, Vera. I had a good time yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Careless was playing the piano really well, but I was too afraid to sing. Maybe I get more courage next time he plays the piano, maybe, but I don't think so. I wonder what I'm going to have for breakfast for today. I'm craving a chocolate croissant with Nutella. Yes, a chocolate croissant with Nutella sounds perfect. Maybe it'll give me energy for the day.
Oh my god.
Where is everyone?
I hope you enjoyed the movie, and I really did. And the one more important part that during this program, students are not only learning how to speak language and how to make the movie, but responsibility, timing, and the team building. It's one of the hardest program actually because the movie has to be done within one take. That means that every single time, if something doesn't go well, it still goes on the screen. So, coming back to the presentation now, we are done with the programs. We have explained everything, how we are going to organize testing, how we're going to make students and everyone else safe, what kind of programs we do. We show that this winter we will have 3 programs in Malvern. They're going to be robotics, movie making, and the regular English plus culture. So now this is the time for questions. It took me, as I've promised, not longer than 45 minutes. So let's open the chat and the Q&A. I know that, yeah, I see here Sergey Kocheryan from Armenia. Hi, Sergey, hope you're well. So your question is, would like to clarify. So in case the tests are COVID positive, the student stays there for their 2 weeks plus the isolation days, or the isolation days will be part of their 2 weeks. Sergey, it depends on when we got the result that the student is COVID positive. So if they got the results that they are positive, we just organize the same program for them, but it's like a parallel program because we cannot mix them up together. The hardest part is, of course, the New Year celebration. And if they get COVID the same day when they arrive, that's really unfortunate. But we will have people who will celebrate together with the student. And yes, I do agree, this is not the perfect situation whenever it comes during the first day. But this didn't happen this summer. I really hope it's not going to happen this year as well. There is one more advice for everyone. We had 47 students this year. I don't remember now the exact, but around 47 students who didn't arrive to the summer camp because of the COVID or the change of their rules or because of the delays of the visa. And the main thing and the majority didn't arrive because they got COVID with the pre-departure COVID test. And that was really awful for the kids. So you can imagine they were planning to travel. I am pretty sure that some of you who are online, you've had these kids as well, the ones who couldn't arrive. I feel really bad for them, but my advice is please talk to the parents. Please advise parents not to let them out before the departure, not to do too much, public things, because before they don't want to get COVID before they leave the place. So I hope I've answered the question, Sergey. The next one is Abner Fernandez. I remember this video amazing. Yes, I remember Abner. You've told regarding the first video. Yeah, yes, it was with the advertising. It was a comment. Luz de Maria Campos. Hello, I know that the Mexican certificate is not taking into account for vaccinated students. In minors, this is still the same. Will Mexican students be considered unvaccinated even if they are? So, Luz, this is the question which I can't really answer now because I know that they are discussing about accepting more and more programs into the main system, but we know that if the students are, oh, you're speaking about the certificate, not the vaccination. If it's the, sorry, I just understood the question, the certificate is not accepted as the fully vaccinated. I can't tell you now, but what I will do, I will send an email to our representative in the NHS. We will check what's the situation. Please send me a message tomorrow or Monday, and I will try to get you the answer if anything happens with the Mexican certificate. I can't answer now. Question. The next one, Juliana. Italian students are given a lot of homework to do during Christmas holiday, and besides that, some schoolmasters might decide January 7th students must be back in class. Since all excursions are at the end, would a departure on January 5th be possible? Because of the Italian, it depends once again. It's possible. Most of their activities we do at the end. We do many excursions during the last 4 days in order for all the students to be together. But in case you have students who are fully vaccinated, we could do a mix because we still organize the social activities for all of them. We did this year with a different departure with the Mexican group, and everyone was satisfied. Right. So the January 5th, is it possible? It's possible, but not recommended. So this is the answer. Alexandra Moraski. I hope I pronounced your Morashi. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, surname. Hello, can you please explain again how many tests would the fully vaccinated kids have to take and what are the costs? So for the fully vaccinated kids, we will need to purchase 2 tests. Is the second day test and their pre-departure test. Why pre-departure test is important is because we need to do this within our insurance policy. and we don't want to risk with the students coming back home and then their situation will change. And as it happened this year with one of their Spanish groups, they needed to do the PCR. Just one second. So they needed to do the PCR. So we will ask the ones who are fully vaccinated still to order 2 tests. I can't tell you now the exact price for these 2 tests. It's approximately has to be half price of what the full package is. So the full package is 189, so it will be maybe 89, 79. I need to double check with the laboratory because they do provide different tests for us. I hope I've answered the question. Before I go to Victor Malanin, I have one question in Q&A. Luz, hello, I know that. All right, I can see, Luz, that you have answered me in the chat and the Q&As. So I hope I've answered. Please come back to me and we'll try to solve this one together. We'll see if there is anything happening now at the moment in the government. So Victor, hi Vitya, how are you doing? Hope you're fine there in Moscow. Do you have all the same procedures for group leaders accompanying children? Yes, the same procedures for everyone, for the group leaders and for the children. How many students will you offer free for group leader? For the group leader, we offer the same what we did this summer. We do a little bit smaller groups, 9+1. The ones who sent our students this year know that we had a group of 2+1. We didn't charge too much for the group leader as well. We will have to charge for the group leader in this case. But we are doing this really not even a net price, but just our expense price, because we know that the situation is quite hard. We don't collect any deposits. You have to make the transfers for us before the students arrive, and this is why we know exactly how many students traveling. So the regular group is 9+1 for this year. Usually it's 15+1, but if the group is smaller, there is an extra fee for it. Okay. Sovani, how many students will you offer free? Oh, this is what I've already answered. Anna Yermakova, could the students vaccinated by the Russian vaccine visit excursions? What excursions are included? London cities. I have to, if you give me 1 second, and I'll come. I'm really sorry. As I've informed at the beginning that I've got cold, and so I'm a little bit sick, and this is why I need to take off for some time. So coming back to Anna's question, Anna, at the moment, the Russian vaccine is not accepted by the UK law. When it comes to us, the students will still be able to get outside of the campus. Officially, they will be on campus because the campus is on Malvern Hills, and we bring students for 2 excursions during the quarantine time, during the first 5 days. So we bring them to the British camp, which is the historic place, and if you Google it, you will just Google it, British camp, and to the Malvern Hills. We do the trail half a day excursion to Malvern Hills. So this is for all the students. We do this for vaccinated or non-vaccinated during the first 6 days before we get all the results of the 5th day to release test. Juliana, must pre-arrival and pre-departure tests be PCR? The PCR pre-departure is included, isn't it? Yes, PCR pre-departure is included. Pre-arrival, no. And once again, it depends on the rules at that time. The antigen test is okay as well. It depends on I don't remember now the percentage of the percentage which has to be there of the validity of it. So antigen works as well for the students. Okay. Let me go to the Q&A. We have one more question here. Carmen. Hi, Carmen. Thank you for all the information. I have a student online. That's a good news. That's a good news. Thank you very much, Carmen. So if you have any more questions, please do this now. I will answer several more questions. If not, send me a message or in the email which you received all the information. You can book a direct meeting with me. So you just click on the link there, you book the meeting with me, and we'll just have a Zoom one-on-one conversation. So thank you very much. Hopefully I was useful. Thank you, Sunai. And Ralph, if someone is positive, will they still be taught? And if so, how does that work? Ralph, as I've told before, yes, they will be taught not online. They will be taught in the classroom. We have several teachers and several members of personnel who will be staying with the positive students, who will be taking care of them, and who will be teaching them while they are isolated. So they will be doing the isolation all together. I hope I've answered this one. So if there are no more questions, prices are the ones shown in price list, even if they seem to be for summer. Yeah, Juliana, sorry for the mistake. Yes, they are the ones which are in the price list. The last email which you received already had the corrected dates and everything. So yes, these are the prices. This is the prices for the individual students. If you have a group, we will send you their net prices for students. And once again, I would like to apologize that I had to stop my presentation several times. I really wanted even to consult today the presentation as I got sick. I was traveling yesterday to Malvern, and the weather was not perfect. So, so once again, please accept my apologies, and thank you. So let's finish the presentation and webinar. Thank you very much. The webinar will be on demand in the same link which you used or on our Facebook account. And thank you very much, Juliana. And you can go to our Facebook account. You can check there the recorded version as well as on our YouTube. So follow us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, or Instagram. So good luck, everyone, and I really hope to see you finally soon in person. Bye bye.